Tucker Carlson signed off Friday on what we now know was his last show on Fox News.
A shocking event just happened at Fox News, causing chaos. Eric Bolling's career quickly fell apart after claims he sent inappropriate images to coworkers. Then Tucker Carlson was suddenly taken off the air without explanation, leaving everyone confused. With these big changes, what will happen next at Fox News? Tune in as we dive deeper into this horrifying chaos. The inside story of scandals at Fox News. Eric Bolling was once a major player at Fox. He started working with the Fox Business Network in 2007 and gained recognition for his financial knowledge and strong conservative opinions. He later became a co-host of The Five and launched The Specialists in May 2017. This was especially damaging because the network was already dealing with a wave of harassment claims. Bolling denied the accusations and even sued the reporter for defamation, asking for $50 million. But by September 2017, Fox News announced they were parting ways with him. This decision highlighted the network's increased focus on addressing harassment, a shift sparked by previous high-profile cases within Fox. What hidden truths lie behind these swift dismissals, and what explosive revelations are yet to come? Stay tuned as we unveil the untold stories behind the dramatic exits from Fox News. But that wasn't the worst part. Bolling's exit was just one of many. Tucker Carlson's firing was another shocking event, leaving both his colleagues and the industry in disbelief. Carlson, one of the biggest names in cable news, was suddenly informed by Fox News CEO Suzanne Scott that he was being taken off the air. What made it even more surprising was that he wasn't given any explanation. For someone as prominent as Carlson, this felt like a major star being cut off mid-performance. He wasn't allowed to spin it as his decision either, though he did get to make a short statement in the press release. Carlson made it clear that he didn't leave voluntarily. He quickly sent a farewell email to his team, the Tucker Troop, before Fox deactivated his account. The public was left in the dark, as the official statement simply said that Fox News Media and Tucker Carlson have agreed to part ways, even though he hadn't agreed to anything. People are still guessing about why he was fired, but many think his tendency to stir controversy and upset important figures might have been part of it. His history of being let go from CNN and MSNBC, along with his bold confidence at Fox, may have hinted at instability leading up to his removal. Yet that wasn't the last shock to come. Geraldo Rivera, a seasoned TV host with a career spanning over 2 decades at Fox News, often stood out for his moderate viewpoints and willingness to question conservative orthodoxy, contrasting sharply with many of his co-hosts. Having joined Fox in 2001, Rivera's roles ranged from war correspondent to weekend anchor, culminating as a panelist on The Five. Despite his varied contributions, his time at the network was marked by frequent clashes over his less polarized views, highlighting the difficulties for moderate voices in a media landscape growing increasingly divided. In June 2023, Rivera's tenure came to a dramatic end when he announced via a social media video that he had been fired from The Five and would be leaving Fox News entirely, underscoring the tense relationships within the network and raising concerns about its openness to diverse viewpoints. This also pointed to a trend at Fox News of sticking to a steady conservative approach, possibly limiting a variety of political opinions. But that wasn't the worst part for Fox News when it came to handling different opinions. Step behind the curtain as we unravel the tales of those who fell from grace amidst the turbulent waves of controversy at a major news network. Big names and big problems. Bob Beckel, a former Democratic strategist, had a rocky time at Fox News too. He was let go in May 2017 for the second time in 2 years. Beckel was one of the main co-hosts on The Five, and he often stood out as the only liberal voice. He first left the network in 2015 because of personal struggles with substance abuse. When he returned briefly in 2017, he was fired again for making an offensive comment to a black employee. This quick decision by Fox News showed they were becoming more aware of issues related to discrimination in the workplace. Beckel's case highlighted how difficult it could be to keep diverse voices on a network that leans strongly conservative, and the risks of hosts making problematic comments. Bill O'Reilly, one of the biggest names on television, was removed from Fox News in April 2017 after facing a lot of public backlash and losing more than 80 advertisers. This followed several allegations of harassment against him. His show, The O'Reilly Factor, was a major hit, drawing big audiences. When the allegations became public, Fox executives were close to making a decision on his future while he was on vacation in Italy. His 8 p.m. time slot was later filled by Tucker Carlson. O'Reilly's departure was a huge loss for Fox News, which had already seen the exit of other major figures like Megyn Kelly and founder Roger Ailes, both of whom left amid claims of a sexist work culture. His exit was a key moment for the network, as it showed a shift in public opinion and growing concerns about how Fox treated women. The boycott that led to his removal also showed the strength of public and corporate pressure on media companies. But Fox News wasn't only facing criticism from outside. Some of its own voices turned against it too. Lieutenant Colonel Ralph Peters left the network in March 2018 with strong words accusing Fox News of becoming a propaganda machine for the Trump administration. His harsh criticism drew attention and added fuel to ongoing debates about Fox's journalistic standards and its political leanings. Once a retired U.S. Army officer and a longtime commentator on Fox News, he started contributing to the network in 2009. He was well known for his strong views on national security and quickly became a trusted voice on military and international issues. But over time, he began criticizing how Fox News covered the Trump administration, especially when it came to Russia. In a strongly worded email where he announced he was leaving, he accused the network of going against the U.S. Constitution and the rule of law. His departure exposed a growing divide at Fox News between those supporting Trump and those who wanted to stick to a more traditional conservative stance. In 2020, Melissa Francis's exit from Fox News shined a light on the tough side of media firings. She began at Fox Business Network in 2012 and later co-hosted Outnumbered on Fox News. She had a sharp eye for financial analysis and quickly built a name for herself. However, it was reported that she had a pay dispute with the network. In 2020, she filed a complaint claiming that she was paid less than her male co-workers, which was based on gender discrimination. Things took a sharp turn in October of that year when she found out she was fired in a rather impersonal way through a message on her teleprompter just before going live, which simply read, "You've been canceled." This sudden firing sparked controversy and raised questions about how Fox treated its employees, especially regarding pay equity. But that wasn't the end of the story. After major exits shook the network, we explore the big problems and inside conflicts that are shaping the story of a network under pressure. Megyn Kelly and Glenn Beck's big moves from Fox. Megyn Kelly's departure from Fox News, though less dramatic, was still a significant moment for the network in her career. She joined Fox News in 2004 as a legal correspondent and quickly climbed the ranks, impressing many with her intelligence and strong presence on air. By 2013, she had her own primetime show, The Kelly File, which was only second to The O'Reilly Factor in terms of viewership. Her popularity surged during the 2016 presidential election when she boldly questioned Donald Trump during a debate about his behavior toward women. This move earned her a reputation as a tough interviewer, but also sparked a public feud with Trump. In 2017, she made a surprising move to NBC News, which many saw as a huge loss for Fox and a gain for NBC. However, her time at NBC didn't go smoothly. Her Sunday night show struggled with low ratings, and she faced backlash over comments she made about blackface during a discussion on Halloween costumes. Kelly's journey shows how tricky it can be to shift from one media platform to another, and how quickly a journalist can become part of the news rather than just reporting it. But Kelly's move wasn't the only shift at the network. Glenn Beck's time at Fox News, though brief, left a big impact. When he joined Fox News in 2009 after leaving CNN, he quickly gained a dedicated audience and became known for his emotional broadcasts. His show, with its chalkboard illustrations and conspiracy-laden commentary, pulled in over 2 million viewers each night. However, controversy was never far away. Beck called President Obama a racist, which led many advertisers to pull their support. His increasingly outlandish claims made Fox executives nervous about how his show was affecting the network's reputation. In 2011, it was announced that Beck would be leaving his show, a decision that was described as mutual. though reports suggested that Fox was growing tired of the backlash from advertisers. Beck's departure showed how Fox News was trying to balance edgy commentary with its desire to maintain credibility. The fall of Roger Ailes, the man who built Fox News from the ground up, was perhaps the most shocking moment in the network's history. Ailes, a former Republican media strategist, launched Fox News in 1996 with the support of Rupert Murdoch. Under his leadership, Fox became a powerhouse in conservative media, regularly topping cable news ratings and influencing the Republican Party. Ailes was known for his tough leadership and for spotting broadcasting talent, helping make stars out of people like Bill O'Reilly and Sean Hannity. But his career came to a crashing end in 2016 when former Fox News anchor Gretchen Carlson filed a sexual harassment lawsuit against him. Carlson's lawsuit sparked a wave of similar cases. Many women, including well-known anchor Megyn Kelly, came forward to share their experiences of misconduct. Initially, the Murdoch family backed Roger Ailes, but he was forced to resign just 2 weeks after the lawsuit was filed. Though he left with a massive $40 million severance, his reputation took a permanent hit. His departure revealed a deeply ingrained culture of sexism and harassment at Fox News. This led to other high-profile resignations and several financial settlements. In May 2017, less than a year later, Ailes passed away, leaving behind a legacy filled with both groundbreaking media work and major ethical scandals. But the story didn't end with Carlson. Another controversy hit Fox News in April 2016 when Andrea Tanneros, a former co-host, left the network under tense circumstances. She claimed her exit was retaliation for her complaints against Ailes and other top executives. In her lawsuit, filed later in August, she described Fox News as a place plagued by sexual misconduct, even comparing it to a sex-fueled cult. Fox News fought back, saying she was suspended for publishing her book without letting them review it first. The dispute grew, with both sides trading accusations. Along with Carlson's case and others, Tantaros's lawsuit drew even more attention to Fox News and how it treated its female employees. But this wasn't the worst part. In summer 2017, Fox Business Network was hit with another scandal. Charles Payne, the energetic host of Making Money, was suddenly suspended. This came during Fox's ongoing struggles with harassment cases. Payne was accused by a female political analyst who said that after ending a personal relationship with him in 2015, she lost many opportunities to appear on the network. The news of Payne's suspension caused a lot of speculation, and Fox Business brought in a law firm to investigate. Payne denied the accusations and vowed to fight them legally. As the investigation dragged on, Fox Business kept quiet about the details, leaving many in the dark about Payne's fate. Then the situation took another dramatic turn when Scotty Nell Hughes, a well-known conservative commentator, sued Payne in September 2017. She claimed that Payne had pressured her into a relationship that started with an unwanted encounter in a New York hotel room in 2013. According to Hughes, the relationship lasted for almost 3 years because she feared for her career. Once it ended in 2016, she said her appearances on the network dropped sharply, painting a grim picture of how women were treated at Fox News. And it didn't stop there. In the same year, Julie Roginski, another Fox News personality, also sued the network, Roger Ailes, and then President Bill Shine. She claimed that a promotion was contingent upon her agreeing to a relationship with Ailes. Roginski said Ailes pressured her into engaging with older, married conservative men, and that he would often insist on a kiss during meetings, making the situation uncomfortable and inappropriate. When she rejected his advances, she said her promotion was blocked, and the role went to someone else instead. Fox's parent company, 21st Century Fox, didn't immediately respond to Roginski's lawsuit. However, Ailes' attorney dismissed the claims as baseless, strongly denying her allegations and suggesting her story was made up. Ailes was accused by Roginski and others of pushing them to offer sexual favors. New Jersey lawmaker John Wisniewski, a Democratic Party advisor, supported Roginski. He highlighted the inappropriate behavior she allegedly experienced and criticized Fox News for not responding to her claims. Roginski wasn't the only one to accuse Ailes. Former Fox News host Gretchen Carlson had also accused him before, which eventually led to his resignation in July. Fox News later settled with Carlson for $20 million, a deal first revealed by Vanity Fair. Despite all these accusations, Ailes denied ever harassing anyone. But that wasn't the worst part. Just a day after Roginski filed her lawsuit, the New York Times reported that Fox News had paid $13 million to 5 other women who accused Bill O'Reilly of similar misconduct. This led to more public criticism and a series of high-profile exits from the network. In 2018, Ebony K. Williams left Fox News after 4 years. Her spokesperson confirmed her departure to the Wrap. Williams, who had co-hosted The Specialists, spoke about how difficult her time at Fox was. In an interview with Her Agenda, she explained that she left the network without having another job lined up because she was ready to face whatever came next. She joined Fox with the goal of making an impact, but her experience there became lonely, which eventually pushed her to move on. Alison Camerota started at Fox News in 1998, first as a correspondent. Over the years, she created content for the network's website and co-hosted various shows. But in 2014, she decided to leave the network, saying goodbye to her viewers and closing an important chapter in her career. Former Judge Andrew Napolitano also worked at Fox, joining as a news analyst after hosting a court show. He even hosted his own libertarian talk show on Fox Business and filled in for other hosts from time to time. However, in 2017, he was taken off the air after making controversial statements. Then, in 2021, he was let go following harassment claims. After leaving Fox, Napolitano started his own YouTube show, which gained a lot of followers by 2024. But the story didn't end there. Each departure from Fox sparked different reactions, with people questioning the reasons behind them and the effects these exits might have on the network. What other explosive revelations do you think are yet to come? Share your thoughts below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more.